Today is just not going as planned. And I figured there's a video in there somewhere. It's a perfect opportunity to document one of the days that's just not going right. I initially planned on getting up early and studying for the CCNA. You know, reading through some chapters, doing some practice questions afterwards. But for the past 3 hours, I've been fooling around on my computer with this camera and just not doing anything related to CCNA. And I haven't given up yet. I decided that this is a teachable moment, not just for me, but for you as well. If you're like me, and if you're as ambitious as I am, you have taken on the path of Cisco, CCNA to start. You're probably gonna do CCNP, DevOps, CCIE, probably gonna go that route. And if you are, you should consider joining my Discord because I'm trying to build a community of like-minded people so that we can encourage each other, specifically in these moments here. But I decided to look at the silver lining. The silver lining is that I'm able to reach down into my emotional world and figure out what's holding me back. That is so valuable because a lot of us like to ignore our emotions and just keep on pushing through. And that's not productive at all, because if you don't deal with what's underneath the surface, it's going to dictate your actions in real time, whether it's now or later on. I was able to trace back why I'm procrastinating so much. It has a lot to do with FOMO, fear of missing out. FOMO, or this particular episode of FOMO, was elicited by social media, specifically LinkedIn and Twitter. I decided to dive into the tech side of Twitter and LinkedIn, and all I'm seeing is people knocking out certification one after the other in quick succession, just doing their thing. And I'm proud of them. It's motivation in general, but today it doesn't really feel like that. It feels like I'm being left behind because I'm in a hurry. It might be personal stressors and some other thing as well, but I do know one of the emotions that came up was FOMO. I have a solution though. I'm a problem solver. Duh. We beat back FOMO by realizing we're playing the long game. Thanks to my psychology degree, I was exposed to this experiment called the Stanford Marshmallow Experiment, ran by Walter Mischel. In this experiment, it studied the power of delayed gratification. Basically, the experiment went like this. The scientists decided to offer a child one of their favorite snacks. I think it was they were able to choose between a marshmallow or a pretzel. What the scientists did was say to them, hey, look, you can have this marshmallow or pretzel now, or you can wait 15 minutes and we'll give you 2 marshmallows or 2 pretzels. This is pretty much the core idea of the experiment. If you delay your gratification for 15 minutes, your reward will be bigger in the future, right? I start thinking about that. I'm delaying the marshmallow, which would be the Network Plus, because I'm pretty sure I can hammer out the Network Plus within 3 months or less. Not saying it's an easier certification, just saying that I think the concepts in Network Plus is a little bit more general, and I can get through that a lot quicker than I would be able to with the CCNA. But I know that the CCNA is a lot more fulfilling for me. It's a challenging path, and the CCNA is a coveted, well-respected certification, and that's the route I decided to take instead. So I had to remind myself of this delayed gratification. It would be great if I just go ahead and just jump into Network Plus or jump into another certification, knock that certification out so that I can get some of those dopamine hits like everybody else is getting, boost my confidence a little bit. But I chose the harder path. I think this theory of the power of delayed gratification is important because we've evolved to bargain with the future. We've evolved to realize that if we delay gratification in the moment, we can get something of bigger reward in the future. We sacrifice our time studying. You know, people are lawyers, doctors, or whatever, they sacrifice a lot of time with their friends, families, even their relationships to get this reward that they deem more important than those moments that they gave up. This is how we beat back FOMO. I just keep my eyes on the prize, right? Even though it's hard. Another thing with playing the long game is that we have to really fortify the boundaries of our time, right? We have to set aside a time where we sit down and we study. And I know better because I read 2 of Cal Newport's books, Deep Work and Digital Minimalism. And in those books, it talks about the importance of staying off of social media and focusing on the knowledge work. And it's crazy. I'm about to hop over social media, except for YouTube. I love YouTube. But this is how we beat back FOMO. We have to realize we're playing the long game. We have to delay gratification, fortify the boundaries around the time that we spend working on our craft, and we just have to not get distracted. Today, it's what time is it? It's 1 o'clock, and I haven't lost the battle yet. After this video, I'm going to grab my book and I'm going to start reading, and I'm going to do practice problems, and I'm gonna keep on going. It's gonna keep on moving. But I just wanted to document this process. Maybe you guys are feeling FOMO too. Maybe you need a way to beat back FOMO. I don't know. Maybe I should just take the day off and just, start again tomorrow. No, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna get to work, and we're gonna keep going. My goal is to become a network engineer, and then beyond that, probably get into cybersecurity and some other stuff. That's way down the line, right? Long game. Remember, long game. So if you want to listen to other rants or vlogs like this one, click right here, and I'll talk to you guys next time.